Live. Huh. Yeah, I'm like still scrolling. I haven't gotten. Yeah, $300. That is.
It's like amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. The
You know,
biggest issue is going to
we should
be.
see if they're at CES.
Yeah. I mean, well, Black Magic will definitely. That Black Magic is a brand name I have heard for
Yeah,
years.
we
Black
could.
Magic has
You,
been
you could
around.
probably
Yeah. Can I get a sample to review?
exactly what I'm. Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking.
And then also maybe like 4 HDMI out cameras. That'd be great. Um,
Hey, chat room. Hey, Becky. You're in for two in a row.
Double header. Yeah, this is the camera that I would probably be getting. This is the biggest issue is we'd have to update all of our cameras.
Oh, okay.
That would be the biggest bummer.
So there's no such thing as like a little cable that converts HDMI to USB.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. That does, because it would have to be USB to HDMI, which means that it would basically have to capture the
Oh, yeah,
webcam,
yeah.
make it full screen, then output HDMI. And I don't know of a
Okay.
thing that does that. Interesting. Who shot at the end of the first show? The cliffhanger. Yes. It's a double header. Gotta wait around.
Yeah.
There's a
As I
cable for
posted, what's
everything.
better than one? I posted, what's better than one Giz Wiz show? No, not no Giz Wiz show. Two Giz Wiz shows. Oh. USB-C to HDMI is a thing.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, that
because USB-C has that.
already is up there.
Yeah, it's a video. It could be a video out. We could get this Yow camera for pretty inexpensive. Not sure if it does clean HDMI out. Looks like it doesn't. Looking for it. Does it got it? Copy files. HDMI output. Who knows if it's clean? I think I'd rather just spend the extra $20. Get the Canon.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be a Patreon goal.
Oh, that could be.
If we can finally break $550 a month, we'll upgrade the set.
Let's see. We should go when you're ready.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, we have killed some time. Holy moly. Okay, let me make sure these videos. I think I
Okay.
did this already, but let me make sure.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yep.
That is unmuted. Okie dokie. So today we are taking a look.
Let's see. Taking a look at magnetic charging cables.
Ooh.
Chad's extra gadgets. Chad's December
theme. Okay, cool. And in 3, 2. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have some magnetic charging cables. I take over for a normal gadget, not just a crappy corner. But get excited about the crappy corner because we have a new theme for December. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! And here he is, your technical engineer for gadgets, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing fine, sir. And you?
Doing good myself. Today we are gearing up for a few episodes. We got a doubleheader live.
A doubleheader, yep. What's better than one show? No, not no shows, but two shows. And you're going on a trip, right?
I am. I will be headed to Disney. Disney.
Oh, again?
World.
Oh, great.
I know. My favorite place on earth. But they just today opened a brand new ride. Rise of the Resistance. This sounds exactly like an ad, but it is not an ad. But they opened up Star Wars Land a few months ago.
Yes, yeah.
Their big marquee ride was not part of that grand opening. So they've just opened up a brand new ride called Rise of the Resistance, and it looks really cool. And in fact, people have already been seeing, people have been posting videos of it, and they really, really, really like it. So I'm excited about it.
Excellent. So is this a vacation or is this a working?
This is
oh my gosh.
Vacation. This might be the second vacation this year. I think I had one earlier this year.
Wow.
So, yes. And this is the best time to go to Disney World because nobody's there. At the early December, nobody's at Disney. Late December, everybody is at Disney. Everyone loves to go to Disney for Christmas. So if you can get in the first half of the month, so that's when I'm going, is the first half of December. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Oh, it sounds great.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, what did you get up to this last week?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have you show a little video. So Dennis and I, it's one of those weird things. Is I wanted to visit the Lighthouse Museum, which is in Staten Island, and then I thought, well, you have to take a train to the end of the island, take the ferry. What else is there in Staten Island? And then I remembered that there was this old movie palace. So I looked them up, and I figured, I'll just sign up for their letters. And they sent back an email saying, it's going to be the 90th anniversary of the building of this theater. And if you'd like to come, we're going to have backstage tours. And so
was this like someone never signs up for their email list, or was this like part of it? Was it like a guy that was like, somebody signed up? Just send this email to him.
I think it was one of those things where I just signed up at the right time, and so I called them up and was talking to this guy who I didn't know was the manager of audience something, and he said no. He said, we don't even have a guest list. Just come. And there's champagne. And I said, well, how much is it a ticket? And he said, no, it's free. And I said, well, do you like Mad Magazine?
Like Giz Wiz-esque. Like, just show up. Like,
So I said, free? I said, well, you like Mad Magazine? He said, oh, of course. I said, well, I'll send you a bunch of free stuff. So I did. And we went yesterday, and it was amazing. So I found a little video online from a local PBS station that actually the theater has on their website, but just run like a minute of it.
Interior.
So this is it. Look at this.
Lavish tiled fountains and intricately carved woodwork. Murals depicting lively scenes from Spain. And one of the largest cantilevered balconies in the country. An engineering marvel which ensured that no beams or pillars blocked views of the stage.
Just being in it and admiring it, I mean, the beauty.
Was
of
that
it
who
is-
emailed you? That guy right there?
No. This is the former borough president. Just let it run like 15
Unbelievable,
seconds
the
more,
workmanship.
because they do another
You
another
couldn't
couple
get
of
that
shots.
workmanship today.
Just the
Any way,
lobby.
any shape,
Oh
any
my
form.
gosh.
An architectural masterpiece. The theater would endure a handful of makeovers over
And
the
the
years.
look at this
It became a
chandelier.
flea
Oh
market.
my
It
gosh.
became
That is the
vacant.
actual chandelier in Phantom of the Opera.
Yes,
right
from
there.
90. Oh, yes. Yes, that's what Dennis said. It's like, yeah, we can go out there. So it's
Oh
90
my
years
gosh.
old. And another wonderful thing that happened is we got there early and it was freezing out. And this is like 2 blocks from the ocean. So it was cold. And I said to Dennis, maybe they'll let us stand in the lobby. And as we walk in, the guy who sent me the email originally, and I sent the mad stuff to, I said, can we come in and get warm? And he said, you know what? The tours don't start for another 20 minutes, but you guys roam any way you want. You can go up to the
Wow.
projection booth. It was, and then we came down, they were serving champagne, and then they had free cake and cookies. I
That
mean,
is
we were there
incredible.
for about 2.5 hours. It was really amazing.
That is incredible. Golly, that is just so cool. I love it when something that meticulously made is maintained. Like, oh, it's so rare. It's so rare.
For a woman who has a dancing school saved it. It was to be torn down. It got in such disrepair. And this woman used to rent it for her dance recitals. And she and her daughters, I think her daughters, decided they would save it. And I think it took them 4 years to get enough money to buy the place.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe Staten Island just gave them the property. They said, if you
But
could
even,
fix
even
this up.
if it was free, that is not a small undertaking because
Oh my-
that much, detail and handiwork is like the most difficult thing to maintain. So hard.
I
Holy
know,
moly.
and Vincent, the guy who was doing the tours and was the one who originally emailed and I sent the mad stuff to, said that they tried to give it away. There's a local college 2 blocks away that teaches dramatic arts, and the college said,
No.
"We can't. No, we can't.
Can't afford
Even
that
if it's
thing?
free, who could afford to
Yeah.
restore that?"
Yeah.
So finally, these women, and it's all in that documentary is at stgeorgetheater.org, and you can see it
Golly.
all, and about the women who saved it.
I
Amazing.
wonder if there was, because also I know that if something is designated a historical marker, sometimes you have to maintain it to a certain standard. So I wonder if that was also in the way of causing.
I don't think it was at the time. Maybe now, because it became a flea market.
Yeah.
It became a roller disco. It became a regular disco.
I just want to make it my apartment. How can I? The master
Oh!
bedroom is the stage. That'd be
The
pretty cool.
next place for the Disney meetup.
There you go.
I mean, it sits 2,000 people, so there'll be enough room this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody will get 100 seats. It'll be
Yeah,
great.
exactly. We could have the meeting in one of the dressing rooms, the bigger
Yeah.
dressing room. Anyway, it was really spectacular.
That is awesome. That is so
Yeah,
cool.
It was great. It was great.
That is awesome. I guess with that, let's jump in.
We'll jump in. So you got me very excited about a gadget a few weeks ago, the LED ball for your phone. Okay.
Oh yes, the disco
Yes.
ball that
Disco ball
attaches-
for the phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I may have it
okay.
around here.
So I started looking, and I found one that's a deal that's even better. So ignore
Ooh.
everybody knows what
Ignore
it is.
that old video. Yeah.
Ignore the beginning. I made this for Leo's show,
Oh, gotcha.
but you'll see what I found. I think you'll be impressed. So let's watch the video. Okay, what the heck is it?
Oh yeah, what the heck is
All
that?
right. Well,
I don't know.
it's USB.
Now, that one is different. It is
strange
USB.
top. Well, here in my spots every week, we play a little bit of disco. And this is the mini disco light. Okay. you can take a USB power pack, plug it in, and then it will respond to your voice. And it comes with all these adapters. This is pretty neat. I'll show you. You can plug it directly into an external power pack with the USB. Comes with a lightning connector. It comes with USB-C, and it also comes with a micro USB. And they all just attach to the bottom so you can use it wherever you want. And they are ridiculously cheap. 3 of them for $12.88. And it looks even better in the dark. And if you don't believe me, just watch.
I keep looking for mine. I can't find it. It's so bright. It's fun.
Yeah. But you know what, Chet?
I'll come back now.
And I'll be here.
We need a microphone with one of those on the end of it. That's
yes. Oh, that'd
perfect.
be great. But I think you paid $12 for yours.
Yeah, mine was. I remember regretting it because we found it on like Alibaba and Amazon for way cheaper.
Yeah, but this one you get 3 for $13. Plus, each box comes with a set of the adapters.
Those adapters themselves are kind of nice. I wonder if they'll transfer data, or at least charge your phone. Maybe I don't know, that'd be nice.
Probably, I don't know. But I thought this is really inexpensive.
Yeah. That is
so
fancy.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was a notch up.
And this is definitely what everything will look like. Actually, that's actually not too far off. I was thinking that this is like
as you saw in the bathroom, it's really not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not there's no moving parts in there, but the 3 LEDs bouncing around to your voice makes it look like a disco ball.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's just to impress you for, oh, look what I got. Boop.
Absolutely.
Disco party.
Absolutely.
That's what it's meant for. Just keep it in your backpack until that special moment when you want a disco ball.
When things are getting dull.
Exactly. I love it. LED phone lights. Cute.
Excellent. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, something new we do when we have to do 2 shows in a row sometimes. It's Chad's Extra Gadget of the Week.
I feel like it's like not quite a crappy corner. It's, I get to do an actually good gadget for once. So here, I recorded a video about it, so let's
okay, great.
Just take a look at that video. Hey Diggity, so here we are with a good gadget. Not a crappy corner, can you believe it? So this is the iHealth blood pressure monitor. So this is all inside of itself, its own blood pressure monitor to track your blood pressure, as you would probably imagine. So recently, I've been wanting to keep track of my blood pressure. Historically, I've had high blood pressure. My family has high blood pressure. And so I felt like it was time to kind of make sure that I actually focused on how good my blood pressure is doing over time. So I wanted an at-home solution. I actually first ended up buying the iHealth Track, but I ran into a small issue, and that is that my cats love to chew on things. And so they actually chewed through the hose that is supposed to go into the bottom of this. And a new arm cuff ended up costing the same amount as getting a whole new device. So I decided to go for this version of it. So this is a much more portable version. It doesn't have any hoses for my cats to chew through. And this takes your blood pressure off of your wrist instead of off of your arm. So a downside to this specific blood pressure monitor is that you do require a phone. This has no screen on it at all. It only has 2 icons, a green box that'll show up in the top for when you're charging this, and the blue Bluetooth icon as well. So in order to take your blood pressure, you put it around your wrist, and then they give you this case, this traveling case. You hit start, and it actually has a sensor to tell where your arm is placed. So as I lower my arm and raise it, it can tell how it's oriented. And this little box is supposed to help you perfectly position your hand for your blood pressure. So you get it resting where it needs to be. Looks like I need to rest it a little bit higher. Then you hit the continue button on the app, and it will go through its cycle to test your blood pressure. This is a lot quieter than other blood pressure machines that I've used. It's a lot easier to take your blood pressure on your wrist, although I'm not 100% positive that it's as accurate as the arm version of your blood pressure. So this will add pressure and then take the measurement as it's expanding along your arm, and then it'll just stop. So I've had some other blood pressure machines sort of, do the pressure a lot and then slowly decrease. This seems to, as it increases the pressure, take the measurement it needs, and then once it's finished, it just completely deflates. So you can see there is my results, a little bit high, which is one of the reasons I'm keeping track of it. And so you can add notes down here if you want. You get a wave of everything. You can tell your mood, what you've been doing that day. And then you can also, down here, you have a list of all of your readings, and you can even track that over time. I really like this graph. This is one of my favorite graphs, is that it'll show sort of where you've been over time, which obviously you could show this to your doctor and whatnot to get a good time estimate of how your blood pressure has been doing. So some downsides are that you don't get readings directly on the face of the device. There is a way that you can take a reading if your phone is not connected, but you have no idea what it says until you sync back to the phone. And another big downside is that its charging cable is USB mini, a mini USB, which is really old school at this point, and I basically consider that a proprietary cable because you probably don't have one of these USB lying around. And so other than that, so far I've been pretty happy with it. I am concerned about accuracy, but we'll see how that works moving forward. Okay, and then I quoted a price that it was. For some reason, I remember buying it for $40, but it was only $27, so $27. And yeah, the chat room is saying, yes, I was in the middle of talking. You're supposed to be quiet and while you're taking your blood pressure. So that was probably a little bit high because I was in the middle.
You know what? I have.
Ooh.
My first one is the same as yours.
Yeah, the iHealth one. This one, the Omron. This one was one I looked at because it seemed a lot nicer. And mostly what I want is it to pair with Apple Health. I really want it to pair with Apple Health. Okay,
this does not pair with anything.
But I think actually it may, because Omron has an app, and they mentioned blood pressure monitors that would pair with the app, that when I looked at the page, it didn't mention that it would pair with any app at all. So it's almost like this behind the scenes thing that it seems like they developed later and they never updated the product, but the app would actually speak with the blood pressure monitor. And I may upgrade to that one because that one seems a lot more accurate. This one doesn't.
And this one has a blue light that when you move your arm, it's a red light or a yellow light, but when your arm is in the right position, the blue light comes on, so that you know that that's the way to take your blood pressure.
And there's some people in chat were saying that the wrist is not as accurate, and I don't know. I don't know because I have read a few reviews. There's been people who say that see, it looks like. Well, anyway, that I read some reviews that said that medical professionals still use the wrist and they consider it accurate. To be honest, I don't know if this specific device is accurate on the wrist, so I don't know. And Beatmaster says, ask your doctor. That's probably a good Mayo Clinic says they're not as good, says Dan. So anyway, take all of that and put it in your brain and make your own decision. So there you go. That's
Okay.
that's
So we
basically
have
it,
the
the
same
iHealth.
heart rate. Well, what
Apparently,
was the
that's
first
what
number?
Becky was saying. Is do you remember what your
have
blood pressure was just then?
Let's see. My top number is 139.
Yeah, and what was
And
mine?
that was yours, right?
Yeah, it was. It was 139.
My second number was 69.
Let me go back to my list here.
I think
Yeah,
my
mine
second
was
number,
139, and then diastolic was 89.
Oh, mine is 69.
Yeah,
And my pulse is 59.
that's a slow pulse. That's good. You're really calm. You're very calm. Yeah, and so what I've been trying to do is also find a specific time to take my blood pressure every day. So either right after I wake up or maybe right before I go to bed, just so that I kind of have a consistency. And so that's what I've been trying to do. And then another big plus for me is that this is very easy to travel with. So if I want to keep taking my blood pressure whenever I'm traveling, and I happen to travel a lot, then I can use this, which is nice. So $27.
You should take it
not
on
too
the
much.
ride with you at Disneyland.
See how excited I am. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I have noticed that right after my workouts, my blood pressure is crazy high, and it's probably not, accurate, very accurate. So there you go. The iHealth blood pressure monitor for taking your blood pressure on your wrist, $27 on Amazon.
Okay. Very good. And now back to
Time
me
for you.
With some magnetic cables. And here's my video.
I've never owned an Apple MacBook. And one of the things I was always jealous of was that magnetic connector. So the power cable hooked up magnetically, and if you tripped over the power cable, it just disconnected instead of pulling your laptop on the floor. And then I read that Apple is doing away with that because their new laptops will be USB-C and not magnetic. Really? I found, this is really neat. I found magnetic USB cables.
Ooh.
And they are QC 3.0 for fast charging.
And
this
data.
is how they work. Look, the connecting part is tiny. That's the iPhone connector there, okay? But the USB-C connector, see, I remember we talked about this a few weeks ago, this tiny, tiny laptop. Well, I almost fell over the USB charging cable and pulled this on the floor. And that's when I thought about, would this work, the magnetic USB cables? And it does. So you put the connector in, and you can just leave it in there. Okay, there's a little charging light here. So when I bring this over here, it just hooked on there, the charging light came on. Now, if I pull this off,
The first few times I hold the
It's not
computer,
strong
because
enough that
I'm doing it
it
for
will
the
pull
first
unit
time.
with it. So if you
But-
tripped over this, it would release without pulling the mini laptop on the floor. And there is a little there's a little LED light in here to tell you that it's powered. I have it plugged into an AC USB plug under here. So what you can do is it comes with 3 of these guys. So if you have 3 different devices, an Apple product, a USB-C product, and this really solves the micro USB problem. This is an old Galaxy. I just leave it in here, okay? And then when it's time to charge that, you just hook that magnet on, and there it comes on. It's charging. So you can, if you have 3 products that use Apple, USB micro, and USB-C, this thing just goes from place to place and charges them all. It's really neat. It's not gonna, oh, it's even gonna, even though that's in plastic, it's catching it. Pretty inexpensive, okay? $10. Why every time I buy something, why does it go down in price? It's $9, and you get one cable, and you get the 3 adapters. The C, the C. You know what? This is a weird. Is this a new Apple connector? Because my connector does not look like that. And micro USB. And as you can see, I just bought another set. You purchased this 2 times. Got pretty good reviews. Let me just take a peek here. I think it's like 4 stars. 3.9 out of 5 from almost 400 people. I like the idea. Magnetic USB cable, and they come in different colors. I don't know if you need it. And they come in different sizes, 3 feet and 6 feet. It was the 6-foot one with the 3 adapters that is now $9, even though I paid $10. Magnetic personality, Dick DiBartolo. Bye.
That I've seen these before, and that one is actually really nice because the end of the connector is round. I've had some that it's more rectangular, so you still have to kind of maneuver the magnetic part to latch on. So the fact that that's like circular is just like boop. Anyway.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're great.
That.
And I am going to leave the little micro USB in my phone because it doesn't stick out far, especially the ones that use the micro USB. Yeah, they're really neat, and they're very inexpensive.
Most people are asking, does it do data as well?
It says data.
It does.
And
data sync cord. Yeah,
data,
I mean, what I would imagine is all those little pins right there. Those little copper pins. Those are what is connecting over to the to whichever version of the end it is, and then they route that appropriately to all the pins inside of the connector.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you know, it's funny. The lightning connector does look. It looks like they blocked out. They whitened out the little pins.
Yeah, there's no metal part to it. It's just completely plastic. Yeah, that's definitely the light. It's a little bit weird because it doesn't have the...
Maybe they didn't want a lawsuit. They figured, don't make it look like the Apple connector.
Make it look slightly like the Apple connector, but not all the way. Very cool. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, yeah. I like it. Magnets. How do they work? I don't know.
Magnetic.
With that, it's time to jump into...
Oh, the brand new Chad Crappy Corner.
I have to get the audio ready. Here we go.
You don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
I have too many gadgets up here. I'm drowning in gadgets. So, we asked the patrons for what December's theme should be. And the options were in between. I may have already spoiled it, but the options were in between. Gadgets to keep you warm, kitchen gadgets, thrift store gadgets, and fitness gadgets.
Forget fitness. They never voted for it.
They never vote for... But now I'm actually getting fit. And so I was hoping that it would... I actually, like, work out now. And so I was hoping that people would notice. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So, because this is the only time I'd ever be able to actually review a fitness gadget. The results are in. Gadgets to keep you warm is the winner. They want to be warm this winter. So, gadgets to keep you warm. So that is the theme for December, which I'm very happy about. Very good.
No, it's very good.
I guess let me just jump into the video. This is a itty-bitty portable heater.
Oh, you know what? I wondered about those. I'm so glad you're going to talk about it.
Yeah. So let's run in the video, and then I ran it a little bit after the video, so I have a little bit more to input onto it. So here we go. Hey Diggity, so taking a look at another gadget to keep you warm this December, and we are taking a look at the Handy Heater. Now, from photos, I assumed that this was going to be much smaller than it actually is. I mean, this is pretty substantial. I thought this was going to be pocket-sized. It's definitely not pocket-sized. This is an as seen on TV product. It plugs into the wall. It frees up floor space, and it has an adjustable thermostat. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual device. Here's what it is. It has buttons along the top. We'll take a look at that once we actually plug it in. Along the back, it has a plug, and this plug has a release right here, so I can push that in and rotate the plug 180 degrees. Now, it does not stop here at 90 degrees, which I kind of would assume that it would, but it doesn't do that. So either it's up or down. Those are your two options, and it doesn't go the other way. Then it'll have the heating element right inside of there, and then there's an intake on the bottom. So let's go ahead and plug this in. I feel like this is the best plug for me. Let's plug it in right there. Okay. You kind of have access to the top plug, but not really. Not a whole lot. It looks like there's LEDs on the bottom of that that's making it look as if it's super hot, but those are just some LEDs kind of making that color right there. So we can change the speed to LL, really light. I don't know. Lily, I don't know. HH, so obviously it's low and high, but that's about it. And then you can set the temperature. So it's currently around 70 degrees in here. So what if I set it below 70? Will it stop? I heard a click. There you go, I heard it again. I think that it's actually turning it on and off. It also has a timer on the top, and this timer goes from 1 to 12 hours. So you can set this to go on for 12 hours if you want. If you click it again, it'll go back to just operating all the time. You also have a power button on the side. There's a big red power button that you just flip off, and then it turns it off. Turn it back on. And there you go. So far, the amount of heat that's been output from the handy heater, it's okay. It's fairly good. It's obviously not going to fill up the whole room, but if this was underneath a desk, I feel like it would heat that sort of space pretty well. I don't feel like this is enough to really change the temperature inside of a normal size room, but in a small area, I think it would do a good job to heat that up. You can pick up the handy heater for $29.99. Not sure if it's actually worth that. So I actually found it for cheaper. It's available at Walmart. I got this one at Bed Bath & Beyond. So there's always going to be a price increase for that. But there's a Walmart version for $20, which is, I think, better in line for the cost of this. So I ran it for a little bit longer in that room. It's about, I would say, a 10-foot by 7-foot room, something like that. And it did warm up a bit, like a tiny amount. I would definitely think that this is for under a desk. If you have cold feet and you want to like warm up a smaller space, this would work really, really good for that. For actually warming an entire room, it would have to be a very small room, and you would have to heat it up a very small amount. Now, what apparently on the commercial, they mentioned bathrooms. And when I went to read the reviews, the biggest frustration was that the actual box says that you shouldn't use it in a bathroom, and that it doesn't work well with the auto switching off the GFI plugs, the plugs that
oh yeah, right. Ground fault indicators.
That one. So there was some frustration over that this heater doesn't really work well in a bathroom. You could.
Is it loud? It sounds loud on the video, but is that?
It's rather loud. It's not the loudest heater I've ever had. I've had louder heaters, but for its size, it definitely is pretty loud. And so now on that lower mode, the LL mode, that it was like silent, but its heat level was way reduced. And so I wouldn't really suggest that. Would it keep my goldfish bowl warm? Possibly, Captain. Yeah, possibly.
Does the LED go on and off to disco music?
It doesn't. You know what? And I just realized it may be really annoying if this is in a room that you want to keep not dark. That LED does not turn off. I didn't even think about that. That if you run this, at night, that LED would always stay on, and that would be annoying. Other than that, I do want to say that the construction of this feels very solid. All the buttons feel really good. It doesn't feel cheap. It actually feels very, very nice. So just know what you're getting. You're getting a cheap, small heater. And if you have a location that would, maybe if you have a dog house that has a plug inside of it, this would really heat that very well, or a very small room, or under a desk, really. So there you go. That's the handy heater. It does, and that auto timer also is a nice feature of it, that it'll auto shut off as well. So there you go. Handy heater. It's actually not that crappy of a gadget. It's like midway crappy. It's like how much crap you're getting when you kind of see it. Once again, it's available on Walmart if you want to get it for $20. And there you go. With that, let's move into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Our email is from Adam J. Calwento, Jakowento. Hi, Dick and Chad. I got this on Amazon for $20. It's a bit steep for silliness, but Christmas is only once a year. As I note in the video, I do not recall covering this particular Santa gadget, but I've not seen every episode. So let's watch. We have not covered this gadget, so let's watch our video from Adam.
Hey, Dick and Chad, this is Adam from San Diego. I'm a proud Patreon supporter.
Woohoo!
And I
Thank
have
you.
watched many of your episodes, but I will admit I have not seen all of them. So I'm not sure if you have covered this particular Santa before, but it's my Christmas gadget for 2019. Got it on sale on Amazon. And I know that you have done the selfie Santa before, which is very hard to find these days now. But this is my new toy. And you have to squeeze his little hand here to get him going.
Twerking.
This Santa needs to be in the background of the selfie Santa.
Yes.
Photobombing. I love how they choreographed
So
it.
there you go.
To the music.
That's my twerking Santa. It's going to stay on the counter this year for everybody to play with when they come over to visit. All right, have a good one.
Is
Bye.
that like,
That's adorable.
what is he? Is that like a surfboard he's on? I don't know.
Oh no, that
I
was
guess
just this. That looked like a drafting stool. That just looked like
a stool. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That is hilarious. It'd be great at the office. I feel like.
Oh, it'd be very funny. It'd be
The
very
office allows
funny.
it.
And as Adam said, it's so he's $22.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how the color is wiggle.
Oh, and they
It's
have
like a
blowing saxophone
Yeah,
Santa.
look at that. I like it. The ratings are astounding. Everybody loves this thing.
Oh,
I guess-
only got 5 people though.
You get what you pay for. It's expensive, but it's good.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
It's very funny. And you know what? Let's just do 30 seconds of selfie Santa.
Oh yes, selfie Santa.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
it is.
30 seconds in should bring him into his dancing.
Here we
He was a
go.
big hit.
Yes, selfie Santa is awesome. Here we go.
Selfie! Let me take a selfie. Now my job is done and it's over for the year. We really knocked it out and we spread the good cheer. Back to the pole with all my little Elfies. Quick! Let me take a selfie.
I forget how good the lyric.
Selfie.
These lyrics are really good for
Let me take a selfie.
a little toy. to have actually
and
put
also
in.
that the camera goes off. It's very
Yeah.
clever. It's very
Very
clever.
clever.
And I think he also was like $20 or $25.
That's adorable.
But I ain't parting with mine. Actually, I have to go to the warehouse soon and get mine.
Yeah.
So, Adam, you'll get a Mad Magazine and an Alfred E. Newman photo. I'm pretty sure you live in the United States. If you live outside the United States, you'll get an Alfred picture. I'll sign it to you and send you a high-res image if you live anywhere else in the world. And we're looking for more videos. I think we have 1 or 2 more, but we always like to have more soon, okay? Any kind of gadget at all, new, old, make a 1 to 3 minute video, put it on YouTube. Are you using their new YouTube format, which is now like 4 pages long? It's so ridiculous. It all used to be on 1 page. Anyway,
Yeah,
when you get to the thing about how to display it, you can click
The beta
unlisted,
uploader.
and then only people with the URL will be able to watch it. So get it. Send us the URL, mail at gizwiz.tv. Anything about a gadget.
Anything about a gadget. With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Princess Willie says, Dick and Chad, I saw the shoe covers that you featured on the last episode. Well, actually, it was a few episodes ago. Used by my plumber. I asked him
Ooh.
about them, and he said they're perfect to slip on before they enter a customer's house, both to protect their shoes from gross sewerage spills and to protect your house from whatever they were doing on the last job. Apparently, they keep a box of them in their truck and wash them every day. And this is what we're talking about, Chad.
Yeah, these are my
What
Alibaba
was your
gadgets.
theme? What was
Alibaba
your theme?
gadgets.
Oh, that's right. Gadgets from Alibaba.
Yeah.
So they are stretchable, reusable.
Yeah.
I think it's really a great idea. I do have to get a couple of pair because you can roll up. And if you think it's going to rain and you're wearing sneakers or something, you can just roll them up and put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then if it starts raining, you stretched them.
I was
what size shoe you
really
wear?
surprised by these because I thought they were going to be like a harder plastic, super soft. You could put them around your shoe pretty easily. They really did protect, I mean, as you would expect, they completely protected your shoe. And I thought they would look goofy. And they actually didn't look that bad. So I was actually really surprised. And I could totally see, especially if you're a plumber, needing these. When I worked in audiovisual equipment, a lot of times we'd put a bootie on, but it was a cloth. It was very thin. It's basically just to stop, like, if we had dry dirt from getting off of our shoe onto carpet or anything like that. But if anything was wet, it would have bled right through. So yeah, that's very, very cool. I like.
I have those
like that
pictures of
they
you at a
use it.
wedding wearing them. I thought that was. I said,
Well,
God,
it was such
Chad
a
really-
nice wedding. I didn't want to.
Chad really loves those things.
Yeah, it's just I didn't want to get the carpet dirty, so I just had to wear them.
You didn't even want to get rice on your shoes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, I was gonna say they can't have any gluten on them, but I guess rice doesn't have gluten, does it? I don't think it does. You know what? You know who's smarter than us? Our patrons. They
Oh,
probably
my
know
gosh.
if rice has gluten in it or not. Thank you, patrons, so much for supporting our show over at patreon.com/GizWiz. You guys support the show every single week. Thank you so much. Supporting the same Dunba show. You guys are incredible. If you enjoy the show, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/GizWiz. And that's a reoccurring thing. So every time we upload a video of episode, then you guys support. And we're just asking for a little bit, tiny amount, not asking for a lot. So if you like the show, please consider giving back there. If you don't want to give via Patreon, you can give via PayPal. Click on the Patreon tab, and there is a PayPal link right there on that page over at gizwiz.tv. Speaking of GizWiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live. We're live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. That's us right there. You can join the chat room and talk along with us, or you can subscribe to the show via RSS, iTunes, or YouTube. Or if you just want to watch on our website, you can do that too. All of our previous episodes are right there. So don't forget to head on over to gizwiz.biz. We got .tv and we got .biz. .biz is run by Dickie D, and he writes up fantastic articles about all of the gadgets that we cover, but you can play a game there. What the heck is it? The game show, online, and this is the gadget, the whole gadget, nothing but the gadget. You got to guess what this thing is. And this is obvious to me that this is a aerogel coffee table. And so there's actually a big piece of aerogel right there on the top. You can't see it because it's so light and fluffy. It looks invisible. But that's actually a coffee table, if you knew. If you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers, 12 Mad magazines for incorrect answers. How does that work? It's because we want you to be funny, clever, hilarious, or interesting with your answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. I think that wraps up for our show. So we'll see you next week.
I'll be here.
Or in a few hours.
All right.
If you're
So we
live.
just need a title.
Perfect. Disco. Magnets. How do they work? One hot show.
One hot show.
The decaffeinated coffee table. I like it.
Santa's Gone Wild.
Bringing the heat from the Twitch chat room. Santa Gone Wild.
Twerking. Heat Your Bum.
Heat Your Bum. Hot disco magnets. Bloody hot.
Tweaking all the way.
Twerking all the way. I like it.
Twerking all the way. That's good.
I like it. Martron, very good. Copy.
Twerking all the way.
Twerking all the way. Here we go. In 3, 2. It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1556, recorded Thursday, December 5th, 2019. Twerking all the way.
Okay, and we just have to do our photo.
In 3, 2, 1.
All right. All right, shall we just take a 10-minute break?
Yeah, I need to get some more water.
All right, chat room. We'll start at 8:30 New York. And what is that, 5:30 Pacific?
5:30 Pacific. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Whenever it hits 30 minutes on the
Yeah, that's right. When the big hand is on the 6 and the little hand is on whatever makes it 30 where you are. Okay, very good. Chat room, talk among yourselves. And you can talk about us because I'll mute my mic for 10 minutes.
Let's see in a bit. I'm not sure if that would work, Beatmaster. I'm trying to find... It needs to have a clean HDMI out is the big thing it needs. So if it can output clean HDMI without any menus on it or anything like that, then it would. Micro HDMI to HDMI. Yeah, micro HDMI to HDMI I got. They come in cables, and I have a few of those already. Full HD... I'm searching the page. I don't see HD. Okay, cool. I'm going to run. I'm going to get something to drink. I'll be right back.
All right.
hollow. Tequila. It does have clean HMI. Ah. This isn't Ipanema. That's this one. Is it the same? It's, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so one of those would work. I think that this RX 100 is the one that all the like vloggers use. I'm gonna turn off that. And I'm frantically running the AC as fast as I can. We'll turn that off before the episode starts.
Is it that hot out there?
It's not. It's actually not that hot.
Did you
It's
forget
just,
that little heater on?
Yeah, right. I left it on in this room. It's just these lights. They do get warm. They're still fluorescent, but I don't know. It just gets a little stuffy in here. It was 70 degrees though today. I mean, it was like,
whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
It was 41 here.
Yeah, I was wearing shorts. I'm still wearing shorts.
Oh my God.
They're up to Mark 06. Holy moly. But the Canon RX something, Canon Vixia, what was I just looking at? Canon.
Oh,
Vixia
I bought the Canon Vixia. It's like $229, I think.
Yeah, and now, well, the one, they made one that I think is basically just a play at the Vixia name, the HF8R800.
That's what I
This
have.
one. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's down to 179.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like super inexpensive.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's the cheapest one that takes a microphone.
Yes, yes, and this is the one that has the clean HDMI out right there.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I own this one, because when I stream from my kitchen, and at this price, it's like close to a really high quality webcam, except that it does optical zooming. So, I wish that it did more manual, like shutter and exposure settings. Because
isn't there a complete manual setting in there?
There was a program mode, and it allows you to change brightness. And I think that that's the iris, but it doesn't say. And
oh, and that's all?
Yeah, and you can change white balance. You can have custom white balance, but I think it allows you to change what it calls brightness. I can go get it. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I should be using this time to download the next videos. I forgot all about that. 1 second. I should not go get it because I need to prepare. Oh, oops, that's not gonna work. Whoa. $45.
25 bucks for what?
40. They have a camcorder that's like $45 that you do just about anything.
Oh, on AliExpress?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Wow.
I mean, I'm surprised that there isn't a super inexpensive just HDMI. Like, seems like there's cameras in everything nowadays. They could just buy a phone camera, add a little bit of layers on top of that, and then bam, you could, do. I don't know. I feel like it should be a thing. I swear that we saw some little PTZ camera that did HDMI out at CES, but I do not remember anymore. What's that? So there is a link in the letter today that I was looking at, and it is a HDMI switcher from Blackmagic that only cost $250, and that is a price point that we could have a dedicated switcher for the Giz Wiz, which would it would stop all of the glitchiness that we see with the webcams. I'd be able to actually play videos like as real things that I may be able to like scrub through it if we're ever like feed in Elgato. What was feed? Probably to feed in Elgato. Yeah, the ATM Mini. Yeah. Are you talking about the Elgato Stream Deck? That is just pure software. It can't do anything. I love the glitches. But like one of the things is to play the video. So OBS has a media player built in, but it only outputs audio to the stream. So whenever I play it, I wouldn't be able to listen to it, and Dick wouldn't be able to listen to it. So what I have to do is make a browser source, and then I have CSS to make the video full screen and play, and then hide the player as fast as possible. So anytime you see me play a video, you actually see a player bar at the bottom of the video. Now that you've seen it, you'll never ever be able to unsee it. But if I click play on this, you see the little white thing at the bottom?
Okay, what the heck is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
That is the player quickly going full screen and then hiding itself. And I have not figured out a way to get around that in the years we've been using OBS. Oh, the Elgato Cam Link, I see, yeah. The Cam Link would work. And there's actually a, okay, let me actually add these videos to the thing. There's a HDMI to USB thing, I think it's called like the Hornet or something. It's like $45. And I've actually used that and it's been great. It doesn't require any drivers. It has never failed on me. I've really liked it. And it's basically the Elgato Cam Link, just cheap. Okay, let me make sure these play. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is that the right one?
Okay, so I'm going to show you my Black Friday.
Okay, good. That's good.
Hey.
Perfect.
40 years ago.
Perfect. So here we are. Perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then we'll go to that link for the thing we're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
The black magic thing.
The black magic thing. Yep. It's got me excited. Now I have my little gadget dreams set on it. Let me turn off the AC. It would definitely fix a lot of issues that we have with the Giz Wiz. We'd be able to upgrade the Giz Wiz to 1080p. We've always been 720. I don't even know if we have the graphics for that.
You probably don't.
We probably don't. It's probably, yeah, not something we got. There's 2 chat rooms. Halliday Picard. If you want to join the other one, you can go to gizwiz.tv. What is that again, Jay?
Oh.
Okay, once this thing stops, the ooh. It does look like a fancy. What? Wait a second. There is a camera here. That looks fancy. 4K. I don't trust it. It's too cheap. 23 bucks.
What?
23 bucks. I don't trust it. I'd buy one just to see.
I was just going to say, for $23, you could buy it and use it on the Giz Wiz.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get the microphone bundle, free shipping, add to cart. What's the catch?
Oh, and only 2 weeks to delivery.
Yeah. This has got to be fake. It's got to be. I'm going to add it to the cart.
Oh, Kunky said it's just the mic. No, that can't be.
Oh, it could be.
Or maybe it is.
I don't know. It says in the descriptions 1080p CMOS Wi-Fi Ultra HD blah 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 camcorder. I mean, I would definitely be able to file a claim against it if it wasn't.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I could get my 25 bucks back. Do they make a CMOS microphone? I don't think so. I'd gamble $25 on that. Okay, air conditioning's turned off. Videos are ready. Oops, I just closed out of the dock. And we can go.
Okay, in this episode, Dick's failed Black Friday gadget, Jad's
Okay.
extra gadget,
Perfect.
and another new
my
gadget for my Keep Warm theme.
Perfect. Let me stop and start the recording just to make sure. Stop recording. Start recording. Good. New file. Here we go. In 3, 2. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, Dickie D shows us his failed Black Friday gadget. I take over and bring a real gadget of my own, and this one's a pretty big deal. It's not cheap, I'll be honest. And I have the next in my Keeping You Warm for December Crappy Corner theme. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the Salem Show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! And here he is, the expert in finding fake Alibaba gadgets, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing fine, sir. And you?
Doing great. Doing very good myself. What have you been up to since the last show?
Oh, let's see. Since the last show,
Yeah.
I've been on vacation.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
I walked into the kitchen,
Ooh.
got a drink.
You took a
No, not
10-minute
much. So
vacation.
we're taping 2 shows back to back. So you can go to
I
Disneyland,
know. I'm
Disney
sorry.
World,
Yeah, Disney World.
and have fun on the new ride.
Yeah.
Um,
See Christmas.
no, but
Disney World.
But you know what? It's very funny because the first gadget I have, we're going to talk about, is a DVD player. And I was looking through my DVDs to have something for when it arrived I could play. And I found some things. Do you think I save stuff?
Oh, what? Oh my gosh, you have one! The AOL free hours CD.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, no, that's
my.
not.
CompuServe.
CompuServe. 1,000.
That was actually my first ISP.
Oh, me too.
It was CompuServe.
Me too.
Yeah, I guess it was my mother's, but
The Imation Super Disc
you've gone past.
driver.
I don't understand what that one is. That one you've.
Oh,
you've
you
gone,
don't remember
You've
the
gone too
Super
deep.
Disc?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
The Super Disc it put twice as much info on a floppy, I think. Chat room, is that what the Super Disc was? It did twice as much of something. Anyway, I guess this is
Windows
not coming
95.
back.
No.
But this is the upgrade. Oh, but I do have Office, although it's Office 2007.
No.
And this I
Remember
actually
that.
still use, believe it or not. I still use Word 2000.
Do they still do they support that? I don't.
They probably don't.
They probably don't, but you do.
But I
support
do.
it 100%. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I have a lot of old
CDs.
crap around here.
Do you have to plug in a CD reader, or do you have one built into your computer?
I ordered it when I bought my new Lenovo. I bought like 18 gigabytes of memory and stuff, but it was like $40 more for them to put in the DVD player. And I figured, you know what? Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
This computer that we're switching the Giz Wiz off of, it actually does have a DVD player.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think any of my other computers do. I don't think I have another one that does. And then I have a USB CD player or CD reader, DVD. I think it does everything. Yeah, interesting. That's so funny when things used to come on plastic.
Yeah.
Throw it into the computer.
I know. It's kind of fun. That's why we love those old videos of people with gadgets, because it's just so astounding where we are now compared to where we were. And actually, we'll go into the first gadget because I thought this was kind of an upgrade, and I'll tell you why I thought I should buy this.
Here it is.
Okay, so I'm going to show you my Black Friday deal that I thought was pretty good, and now don't think it was very good. No. All right, so let's go down to it there. How can I be talking and on the screen at the same time? Okay, so this is a very old ABC World News.
It's more than
Now
10
spot.
years old.
And I'm showing a lantern. Why don't you remember this? It's a lantern with built-in speakers. That's pretty neat. So anyway, that's what the video looks like. I'm just going to stop it here. So the reason I bought this is I thought it would be good for the boat because it runs on AC, it runs on battery, 3 hours of battery life, and it also runs on 12 volts. But wait, there's more. You can fold it back. This is also good for the car, and it can stand up that way. You can flip this up, turn it around.
The angles
like
on that
and fold it
screen.
down. But wait, there's more. According to the description, you can play videos from USB. You can play videos from an SD card. And something I've never seen on a little guy like this is audio video in. And so the reason I thought that would be great is if you ever buy a little monitor, like this little monitor here, little monitors like that, they're very expensive, probably $70, $80. So if you could use this as a 10-inch monitor, because on Black Friday it was $44. And the funny thing is, it normally is $66. In the past hour, it changed from $66 to $52.
They know you were going to record.
All right, so the reason I'm sending it back is, fortunately, I left most of the plastic on. I didn't, has remote control. I didn't put the batteries in. It is just giving me audio from the USB thumb drive that has video on it. And unfortunately, I typed that in, and there were 5 people complaining. What are they talking about? And the answer from the manufacturer, it plays video, but it has to be MP4-2, and the resolution can't be higher than 780p.
It is
and
technically possible.
All the people in it have to be wearing black. I don't know. So it's going to go back. But it's called DB Power, and for $44, I thought it was worth it. For for 50, if you need a CD player these days, who does? But if the kids want their own entertainment, the fact that it folds back, you can put it in the back seat of the car and it runs from 12 volts. Audio in and out, audio video in and out, I think is good, but not for me.
Not for you. That screen quality seemed...
No. And today it went back to $66.
Of course. Yeah.
Now, this was the one that vanished. Remember, I ordered it and it didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was an article in the paper this week that 90,000 packages a day are disappearing in New York City. Now, I could not find the percentage of packages that was, because if 100,000 are being delivered and 90,000 are missing, that's pretty bad.
Right.
If they're delivering 10 million a day and 90,000 are missing, that would be kind of marginal. The strange thing is, the day before yesterday, my bell rings, 7:30 at night, and it's not unusual for Laser Ship to come. And a guy says, "D. Bartolo?" I said, "Yes." And he hands me this box and says, "It was across the street." And he leaves, and I go, "What does he mean it was across the street?" And I realized this was just a guy across the street, and they must have left it on his doorstep.
That is so funny. I mean, that's the thing about that 90,000. How many of them are that, or is just delivered incorrectly?
Yeah.
Also, how many of it is, they never delivered the thing, and then you realize, oh, it's behind the plant. Oh, I forgot.
Well, you know what? The thing is, how can they not read? I went out today, and Dennis was home, and I put a sign on the bell, ring 1R, end 2R. And when I came home, my package was on the street in front of the door.
Yeah, they just don't care.
And Dennis was home.
Yeah.
So, and in the article, it said that in small towns, thieves follow the UPS truck or the
Amazon
the local
deliverer.
truck. Yeah, exactly. Because they know that they just leave them anywhere.
Yeah. You just have folks. You just have folks who just don't care. Is that it's not? It just doesn't matter, because a lot of the Amazon deliverers nowadays are normal people that are working a contract job, just like Uber or Lyft. They have a quick job to take 80 packages and drop them off in 3 hours. And they just do not care. And if it's specifically not written in the delivery instructions, like to deliver to here or here, then they're not held accountable. And they drop it wherever. The quickest way to get through their route is great for them. They don't care.
Yeah.
And so,
fortunately, they're not driving down the street throwing them out the windows yet.
And so you'll get this weird, like, some of them will be actual Amazon employees. They'll probably deliver better than the flex drivers. You'll have UPS, which will be great. FedEx, which will be great.
UPS is super. Yeah.
And so you just never know what you're going to get when you get a delivery from Amazon, because a lot of them are their own. That's why you see Amazon, I see it all the time. Someone will roll up in like a Toyota Corolla, and it's like not branded at all, and they get out and they're just normal guy with your package. Here you go. His
that's why when the
training
guy
was to download an app. His whole training was, I downloaded this app, I signed up, I gave them my W-9, I'm now delivering for Amazon.
Yeah, that's right. And this guy, Laser Ship, in the summer, they wear a red T-shirt. In the winter, they just wear anything they want. So when this guy, and the thing is, after he left, I thought, oh, now they left it on his doorstep. At least he was honest enough to bring it over. But I thought, had I realized, I would have said, oh, that was very kind of you. But I thought it was a Laser Ship guy.
You just met your neighbor and you didn't even know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And it's different in every area, because you mentioned Laser Ship. I remember being in California. There was a specific company that Amazon contracted with to get it, and all the time it would say delivery from, and I totally forget the name, but it was like just like that. It was like Fast Ship Pro, and I was like, huh, who are these guys? And they show up in a van and like a normal guy, that sort of thing. So it's different all over the country, and it's just, you just never know what you're going to get.
No. The good thing is that UPS opened a UPS store at 79th Street in Broadway. And now you can just print the label, and you don't have to need a box or anything, a shipping box. You just bring it to this. I haven't done it yet, but a friend of mine did and said it's so easy. You walk in and you give them the label and the item, and they pack it and send it back. So tomorrow I'll take my DVD player and get my money back.
There you go. Yeah, they do that now at Kohl's too, I've noticed. You just drop it off at Kohl's, and I can just use the app just to show them a barcode, and they go, yep, we got it. And then
great.
Some dude will come by, I guess, from Kohl's, pick it up.
That's great.
But yeah, deliveries are way simpler now. Very good.
Anyway, so that brings us to Chad's Extra Gadget.
Woohoo! So this is, you asked me to do some gadgets, and I was thinking, okay, what have I gotten recently that I know that I can show on the Giz Wiz? And I decided to take it a little bit in a professional route.
Wait a minute. The word professional and Giz Wiz show,
I didn't think the audience
really
would like it.
do not coexist.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a lavalier set that I just recently bought for my streaming setup, and that I'm hoping to take on the road. Possibly you'll see it at CES. I don't know if it's going to be good enough for CES, but I recorded a video about it, so let's take a look. Hey Diggy, so here we are for a gadget. This is the Sennheiser XS wireless digital lavalier system, and this lavalier set comes in a few different varieties. So you could get a stage set that comes with a stick microphone. It could come with a different type of receiver instead of the receiver that I have. So you can see that there's all these different sort of things that will work in this system. Here's the vocal set, presentation set, lavalier set. So I have the lavalier set. So what this is one of these little sticks here is a transmitter that a lavalier can be plugged into. And the other one is a receiver, which would plug into an audio interface, just like this. And this is, actually it plugs in upside down, which is a little bit weird, but that's fine. And so this is a wireless microphone system that is very easy and portable to use. I'm actually gonna go ahead and set this all up, and we're gonna switch to the audio from this microphone for the rest of the video. So pairing is as simple as clicking the singular button on both the transmitter and then the receiver, and when they both are solid green, they will be connected together. And there you go. So now they're connected, and I can add this lav. So I've just added the microphone to myself. Obviously, it's a lot louder. It does come with this little clip that you can slide onto the base of the transmitter so that you could put it actually near your pocket or on your belt if you would like to. So I actually bought this for myself, and one of the reasons I did is A, it's very simple. B, it is easily rechargeable, so there's USB-C on the bottom, so you just plug USB-C into either a battery pack, the wall, wherever you have power to charge both of these. It does take a little while for them to charge, but once they're fully charged, they will have 5 hours of battery life, and you can charge them while you're using them. So if you have an external battery pack, you can plug in the USB-C into the transmitter or receiver and have that external power source, which will mean that you basically have unlimited power. This microphone is the ME2 Mark II, which is a very, very popular lavalier microphone. It's kind of the default lavalier microphone that I've used at Twit and I've seen all around. So this lav is like used almost everywhere. So an interesting thing is the actual wireless bands that this is running off of is 2.4 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz is the same as Wi-Fi, and so that means that these are actually world licensed. So you could use this anywhere in the world. Sometimes when you're using other systems, you need to be careful of where you are in the world. So I could take this to literally anywhere, and because Wi-Fi spec is licensed generally everywhere, then you can use it generally everywhere, which is really nice. And they also offer a receiver that has just the normal 3.5 millimeter hookup instead of this XLR hookup. If you want to put this into a DSLR camera with just a normal microphone jack, like a small microphone jack, you could do that as well. This system is not cheap. This cost me around $400. It was $300 and something, but it rounded up to $400. Also, it should be said that you need one transmitter and one receiver for each link. So if I bought more transmitters, I couldn't pair them up to only a single receiver. You need to have one-to-one. Now you can run 5 systems in the same environment if you would like to have multiple microphones and multiple receivers. So this is the Sennheiser XS wireless digital system for the lavalier. So obviously you're paying for ease of use, and then also like it'll always just work, you know, which
it's Sennheiser. They really
yes, and also
stuff.
like just in wireless in general, all the time.
Yeah.
I have so many issues with wireless. So I was quoting that $400 price. That was with tax, so it cost $350 without tax. So you may be able to get it for $50 less, which is, you know, nothing to shake a stick at. So this is the exact set that I have that comes with the mic. The mic itself is basically like $170 or something like that. So you could get this set without that mic, and it would be a lot less expensive. So there's a whole bunch of different options for you to get. It is a little hard to kind of choose the exact one that you need, because what I was really hoping for was a version of this that included the mic and the smaller 3.5 millimeter. And I didn't have one locally, and I kind of needed it quickly, so I wasn't able to get it. But I do love that it has the rechargeable batteries inside, USB-C, super easy to recharge. So there you go. That's the Sennheiser XSW digital system. So there you go.
Most professional thing around.
Basically, this is probably the single most, well, other than like maybe my DSLR camera, I think this is now the most expensive piece of equipment I have. Other than maybe all the webcams together and the computer.
Okay.
But,
well, now
yeah.
Going cheaper and cheaper, let's look at my video.
Here we go.
40 years ago, in July 2019, Sony introduced
Ooh.
the Sony Walkman. How far we have come in 40 years. Let me just show you what's available now on Amazon. A new cassette. Okay.
Whoa.
All right, so why would I buy a cassette player 40 years after the original one? Well, I have boxes of cassette tapes laying around. A lot of them from the days when I used to mix my own tapes. I had twin turntables, and I had a device called the Beatmaster, not the guy who helps us in the chat room, but a Beatmaster. The two turntables went through the Beatmaster, and it measured the beats on both recordings. I was recording disco tapes, and you could slow the turntable, one turntable down or the other one up, and get the beats matched when you wanted to fade cross between two turntables. So I have tons of old tapes that I want to digitize. So I bought this little guy. It comes with Audacity software. It doesn't say Audacity on it, but it does. The instruction book does. It comes with a little set of earbuds because there's no built-in speaker. And you know what? You can pay what you want for this. Let me just show you over here. I paid $18. You can pay $16. You can pay $22. You can pay $24. And it's sort of interesting. I've been finding this out on Amazon. The more you pay for the same item, the better the reviews get, okay? This little, the $16 guy, that got 3.2 stars. And you can see this is the exact same recorder. But if you pay $24 for it, it's now 3.9 stars.
They're able to buy reviews better.
I think it's
with
like
Maybe.
But, so mine was $18. So it runs on 2 AA batteries, or it can be powered by the cable that you're going to hook up to your computer. It has auto reverse, which is pretty neat. And that's about the only feature that I can recall. All right, and it's a simple, I forget. Oh, that's right. There's a little sliding door on the side. It's been so long since I ran a cassette tape. Also, quality's not super. As a matter of fact, I found that if you laid it down, you would get a buzz. If you stood it up, the buzz would go away. So, I mean, for $18, it's not the most sophisticated thing, but it works pretty well. So basically, you just hook it up to, it's on the other side here, USB, and then we're going to go to the computer. And I'm just going to show you like 10 seconds of recording. You'll hear the music and see the software digitizing it, making it into an MP3. And it's going to be short because I don't know about YouTube saying, well, you can't play that without paying me. If you have old cassette tapes and you want to digitize them and you want to do it on the cheap, this is the way to do it. And they're all the same.
Question?
Yes.
How well do those tapes hold up?
Oh, Dennis has a very interesting question. A few of them sounded wonky, and if you worked with the cassette tape, you have to stick a pencil in here. I don't have a pencil handy, but you have to take up the slack.
Sometimes it works with a fingernail.
So
they
before you
stretch or something.
They stretch, yeah. Fortunately, all of mine have been playing okay.
So far.
But you do have to worry about if they've been in a very warm environment, they could stretch and there'll be a little... Anyway, that's it. The Super USB cassette capture, they're all the same except they give them their own names. This is the Re-Show. That one is called the Digit Now, and this one is called the Re-Town, or the Retrond cassette player. They all come in a white box.
I'm surprised there wasn't any Walk Guys or...
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Strowman.
Yes, the Strowman. Yeah, you know, they don't do that so much anymore. They just...
No, they just come up with their own weird
they throw letters in a hat.
Yeah,
they come up with names you can't pronounce. But you're right. In the old days, they would do like Panasonic.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, they don't even bother. They just go to random English word generator and then it spits one out and they use it. I wonder if there's a cable that would go from the output of the headphone jack into a phone even, and you could just record like it was a microphone.
Oh, wait.
I was thinking, so like, this obviously does the USB out, and it's nice. It has a little capture way to, send it via USB. But I'm sure that there's a cable that will allow you to plug into the headphone jack and then plug into either a computer or a phone, and it would come through the microphone channel, and you could just record as if it was a little, the air, the headphone microphone port.
Oh, okay. But if you don't have a cassette player, you still need this.
Right. If you don't have a cassette player at all, yeah, you got to get that.
That's what I'm talking about. If you don't have a cassette player, this is a way to do it really cheap.
Definitely. Yeah. If you're out of cassette player, yeah. But 3.5 audio cable into microphone, I'm sure that it exists somewhere. I don't know. Seems like it would be that simple. But there you go. So you got the $17.99.
I got the $17.99 one, and I don't even know if they bothered giving it a name.
Yeah.
No, it is funny because it's by Start Moon. I must have the Start Moon one. But there's no name on any of the boxes or the player itself. They all just say.
Why even bother white labeling it when you could just call it Start Moon and not even put it on? That's so funny. There you go. I also thought that latch at the top would do something, but that's the play button. Oh, I thought that was. I thought that's how you open the thing. I was surprised when it opened sideways.
And I was surprised that for $18 it had auto reverse. That was kind of neat.
Yeah. That's very good. Awesome.
Yeah, so if you're converting old cassettes, it's a way to do it on the cheap. And now that brings us to time to get warm with our new December theme.
But you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner.
Dan Wally has his old Nakamichi tape deck. Do you know that name at all?
No.
Okay, that was like so professional back in the day.
Whoa.
Ooh, I like what you have. You have great gadgets this week.
Yeah, this one surprised me. I'll be honest. There's a feature that I find at the very end that annoys me that I didn't really talk about a lot in the video. But just wait till the end to
wait till
really
the end.
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it for us. I want to be surprised.
Exactly. So here we go with this week's Keeping Me Warm in December gadget. So here we are with Chad's Crappy Corner, and this month, as we've already discovered, is things to keep you warm. So what keeps you warm better than some nice tea or coffee? So introducing the heated travel mug. This mug actually has a heating element inside of it that will keep your coffee, tea, or whatever warm while you travel. And it includes a 12-volt plug for the cigarette lighter of your car to make sure that it is constantly hot. So here it is outside of the box. One thing to note is that the power socket is huge. That thing is gigantic. It really kind of messes up the silhouette of this glass. And then also, I'm surprised at how much that heating element takes up in terms of room inside. It has a capacity for only 10 ounces of liquid.
Oh my
God. Already added some water, then I realized I wanted to show you how small this is. So I'm gonna add some stuff, and then I'll meet you out in the car where we can actually plug it in and test it out. Okay, so now we're here in the car. It is time to plug this in. There is a 12-volt plug here on the Tesla. There we go. That is working. That is so big. It barely fits there with all that stuff. Now let's plug it into the mug. Ooh, beeps. Okie dokie. So in order to set the temperature, and I hope you can see that LED just fine, you hit the set button. And so I would set it to whatever I want. You can click and hold for it to scroll faster. So I'll go ahead and leave it at 157. So it's set there. You can see this icon of the coffee cup in the top corner, mentioning that it is warming up. I can actually feel it around my hand, that it is heating up. And so I assume that's the current temperature of it. It's 82 degrees. That's pretty interesting. I'm surprised that it actually has the current temperature. So I guess let's wait for a little while to see when it gets all the way hot. Okay, so I actually put in just normal tap water just to kind of see how long it would take to get from tap water temperature to hot. And I'd say it's been about 5 minutes, and it's actually gone up quite a lot already. So I feel like if you just put in something that was, you know, room temperature, you could actually get to hot, but to be honest, I don't want to wait that long. So I actually have some hot water, and since this has a thermometer in it already, we're gonna remove this water and put in hot water, and then see if it like notices it and what happens then. Out with the old water, in with the new water. Now you can see that since I've added the hot water, it's moved. Before it was at room temperature. I think as we just recorded, it was at lukewarm, and now that I've added the actual hot liquid, it has moved all the way up to very hot. And that was what I had set my temperature to, 157. And so I actually felt an audible click as I assume the heater turned off because we've hit that temperature. So currently we're at 161.4 here. This will actually turn back on the heater if your beverage gets below 2 degrees from your set temperature. So currently I have it set at 157. So if it went down to 155, then it would turn back on the heater. I've got to say, as janky as this seems, I mean, you have an actual like wire going to your beverage. Luckily, the wire does not interfere with the with the cup holder here. In my particular car, it does rest above where the cup holder is, which is nice that it doesn't block that. But it actually seems to work. I mean, it would really actually heat up your coffee, whatever, to its desired temperature, just given enough time. It almost feels like an industrial product where we've seen some of these heaters before and they really don't do their job. This one, I feel like it would do its job. It just looks really weird. It just looks super weird. So the plug powered travel mug from Smart Gear, its MSRP is $40, but we ended up getting this for about $18 off. So it ended up being around $20 for me. And all in all, I gotta say, I'm impressed with its performance. I am not impressed with its looks. So if you really want a gadget to absolutely keep your beverage warm, then this is really it. I feel like it would be relegated though to places that other people wouldn't be able to see it, because it's a little bit crazy. Oh no, do I have to reset the temperature? Okay, so I just emptied it, and yeah, it doesn't remember the temperature you have it set, so you have to reset it every single time, that's pretty annoying. So that was what I discovered at the very end, was every time that the car turns off or you unplug it, you have to, if you want your coffee at 150, you have to hit that button a whole bunch of times to get back up to that number. It doesn't remember your settings, which is
that looks like an RCA jack.
It is. It is. It's an old RCA jack.
Oh my
God. It totally
is. Could you boil water? Do you know what the top temperature is?
160 is the top temperature Fahrenheit.
160. Okay.
And it will it'll completely shut off after 160. It mentioned in the instructions that it doesn't go any higher than 160. So after obviously recording it, I went and looked at the reviews, and the reviews are mixed. People say that it works. The biggest issue with all the reviews is that it dies early, is that it doesn't work for a very long time. And it could be just the fuse. There's a fuse inside of here. I could see that it blows the fuse or something like that. But a lot of people are complaining that it worked once or twice, didn't work after that. It would work for a week or two, wouldn't work after that. You can get it off of Amazon for $29. You can also, I got this one at Kohl's for $23-ish. So, choose wherever you want to get it. So you can see that the reviews aren't super great. It does, Whoa. It has apparently a different version with a more like analog temperature gauge there if you want that one. But other than that, I would say that it actually worked. Wait, was I not showing you guys that? Oh, whoops. Sorry. There's a this is the analog
Oh my god.
version of it. Sorry, I thought I was showing you guys that. Yeah, that's another different version. But yeah, $29 off of Amazon if you really, really, really need this. And I mean, it worked. I don't know if it's going to work very long, and it definitely, I don't think you'd be impressing anybody with, with how it looks and, you know, kind of everything around it. Also,
Yeah.
obviously cannot machine wash this. This is hand wash only. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
So you couldn't do a can of soup in that because it's just too small.
Too small.
Yeah.
You might.
Yeah.
So I mentioned 10 ounces earlier. There's a chance you could fit 12 ounces in here. I put 10 ounces in it and it was comfortable. I could see that you could squeeze possibly all the way up to the top, 12 ounces. So yeah, but yeah, the heating element does take up quite a lot of space.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. They don't have a USB model. This is the only version that I saw that this specific company, Smart Gear, sold. And it only had the 12-volt car adapter model. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
All right, our video is from our most frequent contributor, Mo, who says, guys, I'm sorry, but this is my first do not buy video.
Ooh.
And I regret to say it is a device I did a video on that you showed on the show. So let's see what happened to change Mo's mind.
I remember
Hey,
these.
Dick and Chad, I want to do an
crazy
update
USB
in regards to the last video you showed of mine. Now, I'm sad to say that the 40-port USB charger is not working correctly.
Ooh.
My old one, the one I paid $79 for, is still working correctly, no issues whatsoever. As you can see, everything. The difference between this one and the one I just showed you is that the other one I paid $79 for, and it was working for well over a year. The video I sent you is old. Now, after watching the video, I said, you know, let me buy some more as backups because I really liked them, especially with the fact that they were at a lower price at $50. So I bought not one, not two, and not three, but three.
What?
Three of them. What happened was I purchased one. It was this one. So let me show you. It's plugged in, as you can see. And when you turn it on, as you can see, it's on. Nothing happens.
No.
These are my unofficial USB charging testers. Oh. Okay.
Oh, one side.
One
What?
side is
One
working.
side. Oh, my
What's working?
goodness.
Is this side working? Okay, it looks like one side is working, but
There's no indicator
There's
at the
no
bottom
numbers or
either.
anything on
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
yeah, only one side is working. That's not good.
And no
And
indicator.
that's that issue. This is the second one that I got because it wasn't working. So if you turn it on, this is what happens. And then just go
Oh
wacky.
my
And when you plug it in,
God.
These were stored in. Oh.
Mo
Oh
tester
my.
Holy
You can
cow.
have a disco party with that.
You get a blink
Yeah.
in for charging. That's not good unless you're putting it out for Christmas.
Ooh.
And the third one I received is actually doing the same thing if you plug it in.
Whoa.
Actually doing the same exact thing.
The LED. Oh my gosh. They've flipped
So
the
I
LED
just wanna
indicators
I've
though.
never done a video like this. Oh, another
Look at
issue
that.
was they put this upside down.
Yes, they did.
These are opened. These numbers are supposed to be down here. These
Oh my.
USB ports
Oh
are
my
blocked.
gosh.
See if you see the other one.
Ooh.
This
Somebody
is where
at
this
quality
is supposed
control
to
Oh,
be.
was
they
asleep.
put the
But
thing.
it's
Oh my
reversed.
God.
So they put the plate on backwards. So
Oh
I'm doing
my-
a do not buy. Do not buy the 40-port USB. The new ones are no good. The old ones great, but I don't know where those exist. I have
Yeah,
3 of them
how could you-
to prove it? None of them worked. All of them are going back. All right, I hope you liked the video. Thank you. Bye.
That is crazy. It's like they had to work in order to get such a bad product the second time around.
Yes.
Like, wow. I'm impressed with how bad that was. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't figure out exactly what changed between the $80 he paid the first time and $50. Did he get it? Did somebody say,
I guess over
you know,
the 5 years.
why do we have electricians? Why do my kids can put these together?
Yeah. They were like, wait, okay, you guys can make it for $10 a piece. You guys can make it for $3 a piece. Okay, we're gonna switch manufacturers.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's probably more likely. That's probably more likely.
I was like, ugh, wow.
Well, you didn't say that those little numbers had to be in the windows.
Exactly.
What does it matter?
Some of them line up. What do you want? Come on. Wow.
Thank you, Mo.
That
Mo,
is
you have
crazy,
an
Mo.
endless supply of meds coming, so keep sending us stuff. If you want to send us a video, that would be great. A video, anything to do with a gadget, new, old, defective. They're even great to know about. It's good to know not to buy those anymore because something terrible has changed in the quality of the 40 port USB charger. Make a little video. Just make sure it's horizontal and we can hear you. Put it on YouTube. Click unlisted when you download it. And that way only people with the URL can watch it. And send us the URL. And as I often say, we show 99.9% of all the videos we get. So send us a video. 2 to 3 minutes, anything to do with a gadget. Mail at gizwiz.tv. Mail at gizwiz.tv.
You don't have to use a $400 microphone in order to record it.
No, you do not.
Just putting that out.
Do
there.
not.
Well, now let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
So Steve Nels emailed us, and he said in Walmart toy department for little kids, there is a new line called Linkimals. And it's toys that when one toy does something, another toy does it. He sent me a little video from his phone, but it was on Dropbox, and I couldn't get it to Chad. But his PS is what we find kind of astounding.
Yeah.
Steve said, P.S. I saw this on Mac Break Weekly, and it's from Black Magic. And Chad's going to show you what this is. This is quite something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Blackmagic's a company that I've used, I've heard of a lot of before. They make all sorts of professional gear for video creators, and so this is what they're calling the ATEM Mini, and this is a video switcher all in a box. I am amazed at what they're able to pull off for the price.
Yeah, don't say the price yet, because
Yeah.
as I was going down, I was thinking, I was looking at these things and going, at least $1,000.
Oh yeah. Like I'm looking at this, so you can see that they're switching. It has a whole bunch of different types of transitions. You have the physical buttons that you can hit. You can connect up to 4 independent cameras. It has a webcam out, which is kind of interesting. So you could plug that directly into a computer and it would be read as a webcam if you want to go to Skype or something like that. It just keeps getting better and better. It works with microphones, so you have a microphone in. Then it works with their ATEM software, which I've used before, which would add a ton more functionality to this. Then you keep going down. I mean, it's just like, it has just so much.
Every kind of wipe is in there.
Yeah. Transitions. It works with audio. You got all these audio interfaces with it. It'll take all these different formats of cameras. I mean, it's just like insane. I mean, it just keeps going on and going on and on. The price, $295 for.
I was astounded.
I'm amazed because Blackmagic does. I mean, they're like, I think they have a video encoder that switches SDI to HDMI. I think it's that price. I think it does one thing. You plug it in, it just works, and it costs $300. The fact that they have an interface that will take 4K video and output it, I mean, I'm astounded. I'm amazed. Currently, what we use here at the Giz Wiz is OBS, stands for Open Broadcast Software, and it can take webcam inputs, but like this is incredible. I mean, you can just kind of see from the back of it that you get the 4 inputs and then an HDMI output if you wanted to route that somewhere, and then you also have the webcam output, and then the ATEM control, which that would go to your computer, so your computer could control all of it. I'm astounded. At how much stuff they have built in.
And the funny thing is, here at Disneyland, I am using the Fisher-Price Linkimals. So this
for your
letter
video solution, yeah,
it's kind of like a dual-purpose letter from Steve.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what Alex Lindsay has to say about it. If he was talking about this on MacBreak Weekly, I have to watch that to see what he's talking about.
Yeah,
this is
and we'll look for them next month. They'll probably most likely be at CES.
Yeah, definitely.
Steve Nelms, NELMS. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
So the Fisher-Price Linkimals, I couldn't find a video that they had put up themselves, but you can trace it down on the web to see what the various linkable animals are. But what we're excited about, Steve, is you having watched MacBreak Weekly to tell us about this device.
Yeah, definitely. With that, I think we've come to the part of our show where we say thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. You guys support the show every single episode, so thank you. Currently, we're at 227 patrons. Thank you so much for your support. If you enjoy the Giz Wiz, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/GizWiz. If Patreon's not your deal, you can head on over to gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab at the top of the website, and there is a PayPal link there for you guys to support if you want to give one time or reoccurring via PayPal. It's all just right there. So thank you so much. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live. We're live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. This is us live right now. You can join the chat room there and chat along with all the folks also seeing the show live. Or you can subscribe to the RSS, the iTunes link, or on YouTube, or just catch all of the previous videos right there on the website. Big shout out to everybody who's in the chat room right now. Thank you guys so much. Then head on over to gizwiz.biz. That's Dickie D's website. He writes up fantastic articles about all of the gadgets that we cover here on the show. So if you need a little bit more information, check out his website. Also, play What the Heck Is It over on the sidebar. This is the whole gadget, and the name of the game is for you to guess what this is. What the heck is this gadget? And this is obvious to me. This is a 4-person ice spike. So if you're doing any ice mountain climbing, you need one of those crazy ice axe spike things. This is one for 4 people. It's a community effort. If you think you know what this is, get a guessing. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers, but 12 Mad magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So stretch your creativity over at gizwiz.biz. With that, I think that's the end of our show. We'll see you next week.
And I'll be here. We just need a title and a photo.
Perfect.
Da-dum-bum.
Here, you want to do photo first?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Very
Cool.
good.
3, 2, 1. Nice.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. No charge USB. What an ugly mug. Oh, that's kind of funny.
Oh, I like that.
Should we just go with that?
Yeah. What an
Hawks
ugly
Post.
mug.
What an ugly mug. That's funny. We're not talking about you in the chat room.
No, not y'all.
Not you all.
Talking about ourselves. Here we go in 3, 2. It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1557, recorded December 5th, 2019. What an ugly mug. Nice.
So chat room, no show next Thursday. This is next Thursday's show. But then we're back to Thursdays for the rest of the month. And then we do a double show in January 2nd. The best of... Oh, you're going to come up with a poll, right?
Yes. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a preliminary look and narrow basically all of our gadgets into best and worst of categories. And then I think I'll put up a Google Doc, I think is what I'll do, and ask people to vote on gadgets that they think is the worst or the best. And then we can use that to determine what we cover in the final episode. And we'll share that to the patrons. I feel like it could be public.
Okay, that's fine.
But also we should... it would be a little bit of a chore to go through everything. So open up to anybody who wants to go through the chore.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. But also, if you want to send in an email so we can have letters for those two shows.
Right.
If you bought something that we recommended and loved it, send us a little email. Yes. If you bought something recommended and hated, send us an email. Anything that, or for the videos for those shows, although we don't do videos on those shows, do we?
We could.
We could.
You
know,
even,
if you bought a gadget,
if we have the gadget, or if we don't, sometimes we'll play the video versus.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. So if you have anything to do with a gadget that we talked about during 2019 and you want to make a video about it, do that too.
Yep. Which watch am I wearing? I'm doing this is just an Apple Watch. This is just fancy looking.
This is the pomegranate watch.
The pomegranate watch. This is, I got a $5 leather band off of Amazon. So it's just the Apple Watch.
And mine is Dennis's logo on my watch. Bum. Okay.
Love it.
My little mustache guy. Hang on.
Isn't that the one that has the camera in it? Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it has a little camera in it. Yeah. Well, come on. Where's Dennis's logo? Come on back. There you are. Okay. All right, chat room. Thank you for bearing up on the two shows.
Yeah.
And we'll see you 2 weeks from today. So, chat, have a super time.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay safe, everybody.
Take care.
Later. Bye.
Okay, bye. I'll see you Saturday with Leo.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll be a Giz Fizz. Okay, bye.